snow definitely stuck around. It's a little warmer, but I guess in terms of yesterday, the first thing I read, it carried off with that big snow yesterday. Apparently it caused chaos with the traffic where people were stuck for hours, like literally 8 hours maybe. I mean, think about this. People would normally go home probably at like what, maybe 4, 5, or 6 or something like that to go home. And this one says 1 a.m. eastbound on the Portman. It's a bridge, and look at how many cars there are. You'd think this is during rush hour traffic at 6 p.m. It's people being stuck there until that long about. Like with this post specifically too, it says, it's 1:30 a.m. I left work at 5 p.m. I've been stuck in traffic on Highway 99 for 8.5 hours. And it just goes on and on. Of course, there's videos and so forth, I guess, of vehicles being stuck. And as well, for things like public transit, a lot of the buses got stuck as well. And I was wondering too, when I was going by certain places like the mall, like why there's so many people in here? Literally, people were stuck because they couldn't get home. There was no transit or anything like that. It makes you think too, because I've often said every time the snow and stuff comes, everyone gets surprised. It seems like it's like we never prepare for whatever reason. I know people in other provinces are probably laughing. They get way more snow and they can basically go about with their day still, whereas for us, for some reason, we're always unprepared for this. And for other stuff I read today, apparently there was a lot of news about like anti-drone products for some reason. How about this first one? This one says, US approves sale of anti-drone systems to Qatar during World Cup matches. Is this like the next big business for people to make counter-drone systems per se? It says the Biden administration on Tuesday approved a $1 billion arms sales to Qatar in a transaction unveiled during halftime of the key World Cup 2022 match in Doha between Iran and the US. When they say unveiled during halftime, was it literally like a commercial or whatever talking about this? It says the State Department announced it has signed off on Qatar's purchase of 10 defensive drone systems, 200 interceptors and related equipment just as the second half of the US-Iran game began. Qatar, along with other Gulf Arab states, faces threats from Iranian-backed proxies in the region. The department said in a statement the sale would, quote, support the foreign policy and national security objectives of the United States by helping to improve the security of a friendly country that continues to be an important force for political stability and economic progress in the Middle East. And then it went on. How about this one? It says anti-drone guns deployed at VIP's election rallies in Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh. On last Thursday, a drone was taken down after being spotted during the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally at Bavla in Gujarat. A senior officer of the National Security Guards confirmed that they have deployed anti-drone guns in public rallies of VIPs like Prime Minister, Home Minister, Defense Minister, UPCM Yogi Adityanath, and other NSG protectees visiting the state during the election. It says last time anti-drone guns were used in UP elections and they turned out very useful to protect VIPs from any aerial attacks, he said. During public meetings and rallies attended by the VIPs, a trained team of NSG deployed at rooftops and kept watch on any aerial object on the premises. In case of any such attempt, the anti-drone gun blocks the signals of the drone and brings it down. And this was kind of interesting. It relates to the news of all the protests happening in China right now because apparently people died in a building that caught on fire and they were locked in because of this zero COVID policy. And with that news yesterday that I read in regards to Apple disabling some of their features where people can't share things, I guess like video clips and so forth to each other, this claim is not really 100% verified, but it's claiming that Huawei phones are actually deleting videos from people's phones that are taken, I guess, in areas with the protests. That's kind of hard to believe in some ways, isn't it? Like this post here says, Chinese social media users report Huawei phones automatically deleting videos of the protests that took place in China without notifying the owners, saying, quote, not sure if it's from the cloud or device level. Our sci-fi movies have not even imagined this level of dystopia. And yeah, so there's this little video clip of, I guess, someone going through their phone showing there should be videos from the event, but all of a sudden, I guess, it seems like it got deleted. That's kind of crazy if that's true. And I was thinking it would have to be in the cloud, correct? If they were scanning videos or images to potentially delete with, I don't know, AI. Because if it's actually built into the hardware itself where it can be done offline as well, that's kind of crazy if it's true. But again, you can't really verify this yet anyways. It's just people saying that's what happened. Would you believe it though? If that was the case, that's kind of scary at the same time. Alright, see you guys later.